Hello, it's Mr. Scott here, and I'm going to share with you a short presentation about how to effectively revise or what effective revision could or would look like in design technology. First thing to mention is that you will have to gather all of your theory work. There are 4 theory books that we've uh, completed during the course. If you could collect those, find them. You should have some at home and you should have some at school. If you can, first of all, get those together. These have been designed to support you in your preparation for your exam and to support you in your preparation for learning the most um, with the time that we've had with you. Each project theory book has a series of theories in it, and each theory is linked to a project which gives you practical experience of the theories that we cover. And also, each theory section has materials, manufacturing techniques, and associated design issues. Materials, manufacturing techniques, associated issues. So we've got 3 strands within each project that help build your exposure to a range of materials, manufacturing techniques, and design issues. So your first port of call would be to collect these theory books and produce a timetable. You need to be most effective. You need to be spending time each day revising. I would suggest that you break down your theory booklet, into smaller sections and take each um, theory individually and spend time revisiting it. Read what you've written as questions, read what was shared with you in the lesson, highlight any keywords as an absolute minimum. However, as you are aware, this is not enough to gain the most out of your exam. So we are going to have to do something with this information. So highlight, read, reread is fine, but it's not all you have to do. When you've produced this timetable, I would like you to think about or to consider producing flashcards. Now, a mixture of pictures and words can help to embed knowledge. So we've got a little robot of an aluminium robot, AL3000, which will help uh, you link a picture, a concept with a material. I would suggest that for aluminium on the back, you discuss or describe or write about AL3000 or aluminium's properties, its characteristics, its um, cost, its price, its yeah. So I would go through, draw a little picture, add a word, a material, a manufacturing technique, and on the reverse, give its properties, its characteristics, its information about it. And I would do this for all of the manufacturing techniques, for all of the materials that we have covered, for all of the design scenarios. So, just to recap, we've got a timetable, we've got flashcards of the main design materials, manufacturing processes, and considerations. Once you've done this, to test or to embed or to really further extend yourself, I would suggest that you pick a product. Now that I've got a series of products on the screen there, you can pick anything from around your house. This is quite an easy, quite an interesting one to do. Pick a product, for example, this pizza box. You will now have an understanding of, or a recapped understanding of the materials that have been taught with their properties, their characteristics. You will have an understanding of the manufacturing techniques and the design scenarios that are associated with those. And for this pizza box, what I would like you to do is select the material and properties that exist, a manufacturing technique, and a justification of why you've picked those. And that is really important that you show your understanding by giving a justification. So, for example, the pizza box is made from corrugated cardboard. It's made through die cutting. It's printed using offset lithographic printing techniques. That is fine. That is fine, but that is not going to give you the top marks. Pizza box, corrugated card, offset lithographic printing, die cut. That's them there. That's fine, but that's not going to get you the top marks. What we would need to be doing now is adding a justification. So why do you think corrugated card is used for making this pizza box? Why do you think offset lithographic printing has been used to print this packaging? Okay, and that there gives you the understanding, the deeper understanding to achieve the maximum marks for our examination. The answer would be corrugated card is thick. It has got a hollow core within it, which allows it to insulate and to keep the pizza hot. It's also thick, which allows it to be strong and keep its shape whilst in transit. It's been offset lithographically printed because that is a cheap way to mass produce products with only very few colours. So that is what I would expect, or that's what I would suggest for you to really push your understanding of materials, manufacturing techniques, and associated um, design issues. Pick any products. I would suggest you start with the one on the board here. How has the wheelie been made? Why has it been made like that? What materials has it been made from? And why has that been selected? Okay. Another strategy or technique to use or to help you revise or to prepare for your exam is to practice your drawings. Throughout the theory content that we've delivered, you've had to produce diagrams or drawings to illustrate processes and techniques. For example, there's a countersink flat-headed screw on the screen there. If you're asked to draw a component in the exam and you haven't practiced it, if you haven't tried it, if you haven't had a go before the exam, you're going to find that very difficult. There is a bad example of it on the screen there. There is a much, much better example, and that comes through practice. So, what I would suggest or encourage you to do is again look back through your theory books, look at the components, look at the techniques, the manufacturing processes that you've learned, and whenever you've been asked to draw or to sketch, practice. Have a go at practice and drawing it again, drawing it from memory, and that's going to help you develop or achieve the maximum number of remarks for the questions that you have to draw from. Okay, so there's just some very quick techniques that I would suggest where you start when you prepare for your technology exam. If you have any questions or concerns, please come and speak to me or your DT teacher and we can support you further. Thank you for now.